Welcome back PyCoders to the third tutorial for the Python, core Python for the beginners. Okay, so in this tutorial we will talk about some Python operation which on upon the numbers, then strings, then the representation of strings and the string operations like slicings and all. Alright, so let's get started by our Python IDE. In the last video we have successfully installed our Python IDE. So let's get back to the Python IDE. So I am at my Python IDE. So I am already got open. I'm just configuring my IDE. If you want to like such a view, then you can go with the option configure IDE. You can change the font style from here. If you want to change any type of things like that it will have, then you can directly goes at this highlights and you can change the themes from here. All right, so let's get started. So if I'm talking about operations in Python, if I'm returning such a code like the operations on number like 2 plus 3, what if I'm returning same code in C language or C++ or in Java, then Java, C++, it will throw an error because this is not an formatted instruction. And as of we know, the Python is a dynamic language and self-interpreted. It will automatically runs at the compilation and running process, so it will got run. Yes, I am hitting an enter and you can check the output like 2 plus 3 equal to 5, right? The same way we can perform some operations on the maximum numbers as well. Like this, yeah, we can get an answer. Yeah, obviously the addition operation has been done. Okay, is the multiplication or the subtraction operation if I'm talking about this operation. So yes, the subtraction operation is getting works at the Python IDE, and likewise the multiplication operation as will work. Okay, so if I'm talking about 12 multiplied by 3, yes, the answer is 36. Yes, answer is correct as well. So the multiplication, division, subtraction operation has been done. Okay, you can get a one thing. In first scenario at this example, we have added an integer, it will throw an integer, right? Again, for the second example, we have added two integer, it will throw one integer. At the next example, we subtract two integer, again it will throw one integer. And in the last example, we have multiplied two integer and again it will throw one integer as a product. Now what if like I am just dividing and sorry, I'm dividing 10 divided by 2, as of I can get all these values are in integer, but the Python will check their product and check the output in a float. We can get an output in a float. The reason because all the division operation in a Python, the output must be in a float values. Now the question is, what if my program logic is like such a way, I just need an integer value after dividing them, then the answer will be came by the floor division in Python. And the floor division will be happen by such a way like 10 double divided by operator 2. So you can get our integer value by such a way. And what is this called? This is called as a floor division. So in normal Python, we will have the four different basics operators like plus, minus, multiplication, divide, and that divide will gives us a value inside a float after dividing any kind of integer number. You could maybe think like, what if I am dividing with the pointing numbers like this 2.2, right? Yeah, obviously the answer comes in a floating values because we have dividing in a pointing number, so answer comes in pointing. What if we are dividing in a new integer value? The answer came in again in a floating values, right? So what if I need after division an integer value, then we can go by the floor division operation like this. It's a floor division operation. I can call it as like floor division operation, and we can done the floor division at here so that we can get an output in an integer. Okay, so the Python will supports for plus, minus, multiplication, division, again floor division, and Python is again supported for one single operator which is a commonly used, the percentage 2. I guess we guys are know perfectly. The percentage will returns the remainder point, and the division operator gives us a quotient. Okay, this operator gives us a quotient after dividing their numbers, and this operator gives us the remainder after division a number. So 10 divided by 2 after dividing this, the remainder must be 0, and 10 divided by 2 after dividing this, the throw the quotient like 5. Alright, so we have done some our numeric operation plus, minus, multiplication, divide, and the Python will supports for one another special operator which is called as power off. Okay, in normal programming, suppose I need to calculate 2 raised to 3. So it will be calculated by such a way 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, right? All kind of this operation we have did. All right, so what if like I need to calculate 2 raised to 5. All right, so I just calculate 2 raised to 5, so multiplied by 5 times. Yeah, we can get our value, whatever the value it comes. But what if I need to calculate 2 raised to 60? So at this scenario I need to type 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 by 60 times. No, the Python will support for a special operator which is called as a power of. If I need to calculate the 2 raised to 60, then you can directly get 2 double multiplied by 60, so it will calculate 2 raised to 60 is whatever the answer it came for. A part of example, to understand their logic, we will go by a simple part as it's 2 raised to 3. Okay, so 2 double multiplied by 3, so it working as 2 raised to 3, which is comes as a 8. So the 8 is a uh, correct answer. So you can get our power of operator inside a Python by such a way like double multiplication over to there. So we will see the basic operator in Python like plus, minus, multiplication, then floor division and power of as well. So the plus will works directly like this, minus will works directly like this. Only the exception operator in Python is nothing but the division. After dividing that two numbers, it will throw the value in floating. If you want to get a value in integer, then we can use the float division over to there. And then percentage symbol will give the remainder after the division, that division operation, and the power of the double multiplication operator too. Okay, so all this we have play with some numbers, it's fun and good actually. So if I'm talking about some strings, if suppose I need to define a string in Python. Now the question is how to define a string in Python. As of I know, in normal programming languages like C, C++, Java, the strings are only defined by double quotes. Let's have a check that the Python will support for the same or not. Suppose I need to decide a string like I said Google. Google is my string, so I'm just writing in double quotes, and if I'm hitting an enter, yeah, I can get a string, but the string is in single quote, right? So what if like I will generate my string in the single quote. Let's have a look on the same. Okay, I'm writing in string in single quote. Yeah, it execute the output by these two strings, double quotes and single quotes are got executes, means 3.x version will supports to create a string in single quote as well, and it supports to create a string in double quote as well. All right, so by such a way I can generate a string. But what if we will have a message like, I just go with my message. Our message is like Google's YouTube. I just want to write a message by this Google's YouTube by a single code. Okay, so by a single code, what it means, I just need to define all these values in single code like this. Let's run this code in a Python. Ideally it will got executes or not. Let's check it out. So I'm at my Python. Ideally I just write Google's, sorry, spelling mistake, Google's YouTube. Right, you can get all these characters as of these strings, all are in a green, and you can here check it out that Google's is started at here and ended at here, and all remaining is not part of that instruction. What if I'm hitting an enter, it will save me as a syntax error that after single quote whatever that we have written is nothing but an invalid in syntax. Now the question is, what if I need to represent some value like this? Then you can have the one solution for the same. You can write that string in a double quote. All right, so Google's, I just write YouTube. Right, let's have a check. Sorry, I'm not defining it very well. The reason because I'm defining it as a double quote, so the ending must be in a double quote. All right, so I'm hitting on enter. So it says an output like Google's YouTube in a double quote. So if you want to print a single code inside the string, that string must be in a double code at the Python programming. So we can get about all these things. But what if like again the same part, I just need to define Google's YouTube in a double quote right now. So this is a one kind of example, and another example is I'm just writing at the next line. So this is my string Google's, I just write Google's YouTube, and the YouTube must be in a double quote. The output comes as a YouTube in a double quote. So how we can place such kind of string inside a Python? Let's have an example on the same. So for that, what I will do, I will have the code in single quote. I will just write Google, right, double S and YouTube. I just want to write in a double quote, so I just write in a double quote YouTube. Okay, I just closing the single quote and we have hitting an enter. Yeah, we can get an, it's a syntax error. Why the reason? Because as of this started at here, it will be ended at here, then remaining part is not so considerable. Now the solution for such a string is quite like the same. I need to write the forward slash over here. The forward slash will understand to the Python interpreter like please skip that special meaning of that single code. Alright, so that slash will understand to the Python interpreter like this. Please skip that special meaning of that single code. Alright, I'm just hitting an enter. You can get that slash will be the part of our string right now, and it will got printed our string in double quote. So by such a way we can write out our string in Python. Okay, so if I'm talking about a string, the slash will be at there. The reason because if I'm talking about such a slash, okay, if we are just writing the slash like this, it is an error, right? Because if I'm hitting an enter, it says an that programmatical error, it seems. What if like I need to remove this slash, then I can write it that slash before or ending up to here. Okay, by the ending, if I'm writing again, the yes is not part of the string. What if I need to get the part of the string, then I can get it at here. And what if I just don't want that slash inside my string, then what I will do is I will just write that double quote in the format of a, sorry, single quote in the format of a double quote. Now I am hitting an enter, it says error at here, right? So again, for replacing that error, I will write the slash for the special meaning of this. And again, before using of this slash at the special meaning of this, you can get the YouTube is now get printed, but that single code, sorry, if we are using in double quote, then there is no need to write the skipping for the special symbols, right? So if you are reading like this, sorry, I'm not saving that code yet very perfectly. Okay, so it must be like this, yeah. Google's YouTube. Alright, so that yes is again got to be printed. What I will do, I will just write in a double quotes. Okay, Google's again in double quotes YouTube. Alright, so to resolve that special meaning, write a slash over here. I'm just hitting on enter and I am accessible. Yeah, that slash is coming up to here. The reason might be because it's in single quote. That strings is started from single quote at the Python and ended at the single quote at the Python. So that's so reason it prompts the slash over there to skip the special meaning of this particular single code. Okay, what if like I am just having the words with them. Okay, to create that one part, to create a string. Okay, to create a string, we will have this double code, single code. To print a single code inside them, we can write the string in double quotes like this. If you want to write the double code string inside there, then you can directly go by such a way that you can directly print that double code message like this. So this is our message. If you want to write a string in double quote, you can write it by such a way again. So all this is all about string operation. What if like I need to access all this part a string? I guess we know the definition about the string is a set of character, right? The if I'm accessing, suppose I am defining a equal to in single quote Google. Okay, and if I'm printing a, now the print is a new option at here. Okay, whatever the options, the print is working like the outputting function in Python, we will see at later. Okay, just formatting like this, the print a will be working like this, right? So if I'm talking about such an operation over to there, the print a will be printing all the values of that string it is consist of. And I guess we know the string is nothing but the set of characters. Now we will accessing their indexing. Okay, the indexing in normal programming, which is started from 0 to the end of the same, it will got access in a Python like the same. If I'm accessing a of 0, obviously it will return the first character. If I'm accessing a of 1, obviously it will return second character. A of 2, again, sorry, it must be close. third character, a of 3, again fourth character, a of 4, it gives of that one character, and a of 5 gives that characters very well, right? So 0 to 5 it will got executes as a positive indexing over there, but the Python is supports for a negative indexing too. Okay, how the negative indexing will be got executes? See the part of example at here. This is the positive indexer that we will have. We will have an example of Google. So Google will working like this: 0 1 2 3 4 5, and the negative index is -6 minus. It is started by the left to right. Okay, the positive indices is started from right to left, and the negative indices is starting from left to right. So the -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and -6. Sorry, by mistake, the positive index is starting from left to right, and the negative indexing is starting from right to left. Okay, so the left to right will be started from 0 1 2 3 4, and the negative indexing is not started by the 0. It seems it started by -1 -2 -3 -4 -5 -6. If I'm accessing that array name or string name of -1, it will throw the last character. Let's check it out. Okay, a of -1. Okay, it throw the e, which will be the last character of the string. Again, e of -2. Sorry, it must be the -1. Okay, it will throw me the second last character. Again, a of -3, third last character. Then a of -4, fourth last character. A of -5, the fifth last character, and a of -6, the last starting character of that particular string. So the Python will support for negative indexing and positive indexing by such a way. Okay, so left to right and right to left it will got executes. Now we will talk about some operation on the string. The string is supported some operations like this. If I need to write the print in twice a time, suppose I need to write the Google twice a time inside our particular string, so it will be like this: a equal to Google. Okay, I just write a space and I'm writing the same string like such a way, and if I'm printing a, print a, so it will print that Google twice a time by such a way. What if like I need to print the Google in fourth or fifth way repeating? So it must be like this: Google space Google. We will take an example for fourth, Google, Google, right? So it will got printed, not an issue with that. But what if like I need to print the same string by the 10 or 20 times? So it will not easy to write that strings by such a manner inside our string and printing out the same. So the Python will support it for such operations like the multiplication to the string. So it will be like this: if suppose I need to print the Google, so I'm just writing a single string which is multiplied by 10 times. I'm writing the space at here at the ending space, so we got be distinguishing between them. So if I'm hitting an enter, so you can get the Google will print it by the 10 times over here. So such a string operation with the multiplication at there. So to print the same string by their multiple times, you can directly multiply by that string value as a like 10, 20, whatever that you need. It will got printed to our particular string. So this is an string operation that we will have. Let's talk about some slicing operation inside the string. Now the terms I'm calling about is slicing. What is meant by slicing itself? The slicing is, if I'm talking about slicing, what is the slicing? Slicing is nothing but the piece of that particular way. If I'm talking about a string, okay, if I'm talking about the Google as a string, the piece of that Google means like GOO is a one piece and GLE is an another piece of that particular way. All right, so let's get having the slicing operations at here. If I'm talking about slicing operation, so we will have that. Let's check it out. Our a, what the a contains. A contain Google. So I'm just uh, writing the a value as simply Google, and I'm printing it again, print a. So we will have the a value as Google right now. I need to slice the Google by the 0 index to the fourth of the index. Now what will be the code for the same? A of, I need to be started by 0 up to the 4. So a of 0 adds 4, we can write and we can hit an enter. So you can get the characters from that string from 0 to the 4. Okay, that is not so necessary you must be started by 0 or somewhat. What if like I need to start my slicing by the third character to the we can say the fifth character. Okay, so it will be like a of the third character to the fifth character, so it will got printed by that particular way. So whatever the character inside there, it will got printed and it will show to our output screen. So that how the slicing will works. Now the slicing will got distinguish in between the prefix slicing, postfix slicing and normal slicing. Now that example that we will take, this is the example of normal slicing. In normal slicing we will have the starting point and ending point, that's why it is called as a normal slicing. What is mean by prefix slicing? The prefix slicing will have only the last point and don't have the starting point. So I'm just writing, I'm not writing the last point, sorry, I'm not writing the starting point, we are just writing the ending point and colon in between them. All right, so hitting an enter, we can get all the first third character from that particular array. Now what is this called? This is called as a prefix slicing of the string. Now I'm talking about the postfix slicing, the total vice versa operation about that. If I'm talking about this, only the first starting point will be at there and no ending point will be at there. Okay, so this is an example about postfix. And postfix, by the third character it will print all the remaining characters from that string. Okay, what if like we need to only first fifth or sixth character of that particular string, you can go with the prefix slicing. What if you need to write all the remaining characters from the string by the particular position, you can go by the postfix slicing as well. So same operation we can be done at the negative indexing as well, but for the slicing operation we may notice one thing: the slicing will be done from only left to right, it will not done at right to left. What it means, we cannot slice from -1 to -3. If I'm talking about this example and if I'm printing like the same -1 to -3, let's have output about this, it will not throw the output. The reason, because the slicing operation will only execute from left to the right. Okay, the slicing operation will only execute from left to the right, it will not execute from right to left, but the negative slicing will be at there. You can perform the same operation by like this: -3 as -1. You can check it out, the last two characters will be at there, which is performs like this same, the 3 as to 5, right? So the negative slicing will be performed again, the operation which is called as a prefix and postfix on the negative slicing we can be performed. Okay, what if like suppose I need to perform some prefix slicing at the negative index, so it will be like this: only the first character it will be on the shown. Again, a of suppose -5 colon, this is the postfix slicing on the negative index, all the remaining characters it will got printed. Okay, and you can observe one thing: as of the negative indexing is starting from right to left, but the slicing is always performed from left to right. Okay, so slicing is totally not performed like this at the negative index like this, it will only perform like this, and means from starting off that particular way from left to right, it will not perform from right to left. So we have done with all these operations at the numbers. Okay, we have the numbers operation, plus, minus, multiplication, divide, then percentage, floor division, power of, at the creation of the string, and the working at the so far. Okay, so we have works with the string as a indexing operation, positive indexing, negative indexing, and as well we can perform the slicing operation too. Okay, so if you guys are watching this video, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. That gives us a motivation to create such a videos like such a video to you. And please do subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching this video. Happy coding.